Bye-bye.
Sure, love. Bye-bye. Beryl in North Elm. Let's go to John, who's in Ormsby, who's a male witch and meets in a coven. John, tell me a story.
Hello, yeah. I just listened to your callers, like the spiritual people, they're born, not made. I have to agree with that. What they call, myself and the coven, we're all hereditary witches. So that means we are come down a long line of witches. We're born in turn through generation to generation.
So is your dad a witch?
My mother was, yes.
Right, but it can bounce across the sexes. At what point, John, did you sit there and admit that to yourself and say, well, wait a minute, I mean, this is what I can do, I'm a witch?
Well, I went to school, I was to school the same as everybody else, and one thing about being a witch or a Wiccan, it's not, you're not pushed into it from an early age. There's something, the craft is something you're allowed to go into in your own time, where if I want to go, I went to Sunday school, I was allowed to go. I was never preached to become a Wiccan. That was something that a path that develops in you comes.
A Wiccan, is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the new age terminology, Wiccan. But you're still a witch at the end of the day.
John, what powers have you got? What can you do that makes you a witch?
I do. Well, witches do all sorts of things, but you don't have to have. Well, you do have a part. My wife, she reads the cards. I do healing work, hands-on healing work, and I do what the term, I like soul retrieval work to help people across to the other side. Yeah. A lot of people call exorcisms, which I don't like the coin that phrase, which is just called retrieval work.
What happens in the coven?
We meet, we normally meet every full moon. Other occasions, if that's called for, we all sit, we call in the elements, the protective elements, and cast the circle. Which I suppose the people classify as the magic circle, that's just a circle,
yeah.
Which is our protection and where we raise our energy and power, and that's where we do the healing work, and we do healing work, what's called distant healing, for friends and family who've asked us to help them.
It's interesting, because people, when they imagine you, John, they're going to see you as probably... Because witch obviously denotes a female with the hat and stuff. Do you have to wear anything?
Female, that's right.
No, yeah. So you can have male and female witches, but do you wear any garb, or do you have a hat? Or
no, we don't. We are as nature intended. That's called being skyclad. We meet with nothing on at all, which I think people think, I think that's why we're all classified as perverts, I suppose, but we're not. People, we all come to terms with that as we want, but we are all equal in our own right.
Sorry.
I know. Go on.
I'm so sorry, I didn't expect that.
That caught you out, didn't it?
You're a naked witch.
You thought, those witches are. That's called being skyclad.
So you go into the coven with nothing on?
Oh, you don't to start with. You do it like when you're there, but...
How do I become...
Because if I start, I would stop.
John, how do I become part of this circle? It sounds... I was taking you seriously up until that point. This is... Well, I am taking you seriously. I'm sorry. I'm taking... I shouldn't have laughed. I am...
No. The best... Laughing is one of the best forms of healing you can have. And if everyone laughed more and lightened up, the whole world and country would be a better place, really, wouldn't it?
I've just got this... So it's male and female standing round in the coven without a stitch on. And what do you actually do? What happens in the ceremony?
Well, nothing like everyone thinks happens anyway. There'll be more people. There's nothing of a... I'm on live radio, I've got to be careful what I say. There's nothing like that happens at all.
Okay.
It really disappoints a lot of people, I think.
John, we've got to get your number. You've got to come and see me sometime, or maybe I'll come and see you. But I reserve the right to keep my underwear on. John, just stay where you are 1 second, and thanks for being a good sport as well. John, just say good morning to Taff for me.
Good morning.
Good morning, mate.
Taff.
Taff, John is a male witch who conducts his exercises in the nude when he's doing witchcraft.
Go on.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think my mother-in-law's a witch, but I'm glad she keeps her clothes on.
That gets a certain age, I think we all should.
Oh, God. Boys, now listen, you've given me a good laugh today. Taff, tell me about your experience that you had back in the 1950s.